projects I've ever bothered to film and put up on YouTube, so hopefully some people get some enjoyment out of watching these clips. Certainly not my comfort zone to be doing this, so trying something new. I'll just do a bit of a walk around and explain what I've got planned for this car. I bought it probably a couple of years ago now, and it's been one of those tedious projects for me where I haven't really got the momentum to get it finished because a few things went wrong and held me back on it. Well, when I bought it, I originally was going to just do a quick flip on it and resell it to someone. Oops, sorry about the camera angles. I've got someone here who's keen to help out. The dog Rossi. Thank you, mate. So yeah, and when I first bought it, I thought it was just needed a new power steering rack, and I was making the high-pitched squeals that they do when they're running low on oil. And then I got it home and fixed the steering rack, and then realised that I'd been a bit dudded on the sail, and had a knock in the engine, so needed an engine replacement, which definitely slowed up my progress. But anyway, I'll walk you around and give you a bit of a look over. So one of the things I have done is I've managed to pick up a bonnet off of the XT Forester, which has got the turbo bonnet scoop, which will make it a little bit nicer looking. So definitely on the list of things to do is give that a paint, make sure it matches. I don't plan to do a full repaint on this car, just essentially make it white all around and make it neat and tidy. The headlights have definitely seen better days. Unfortunately, on these ones, they've actually got some damage on the inside of them as well, so probably won't be able to see it in there, but you can see, maybe able to see it yet, just some plastic that's cracked. And thanks again to my little helper who's trying to lick my hand as I film here, so appreciate your help, mate. So I'll probably end up replacing both headlights. The obvious thing is the bumpers off the car at the moment, and the main reason for that is I've just decided I hated the grey plastic faded bumpers, so I painted those, but I wasn't happy with the outcome of the paint, so I'm going to redo those and make it look a bit nicer. And when I get around the side, you'll see it's missing all the mouldings as well, and that's the same deal, just because I hated the grey plastic. So I'm going to paint those up in a silver with a little bit of a gold tinge. These wheels that I've got on here, 18 by, I think they're an 8.75 from memory, so they're a nice wide wheel. I picked them up on Gumtree for $200, which I thought was a pretty good deal. They do need a bit of paint, powder coat or something just to bring them up, and I'll probably do those in a custom sort of look. I'm not 100% sure whether I might give them a bit of a crystal effects paint job, or if I might just do them in a bronze or copper colour to really bring out the mouldings when I do that. Ultimately, I don't want to spend a lot of money on this car, it's just not worth it, but I thought I'd have a bit of fun in the process of just doing a few things differently. So just get inside here for a second. You can see most of the interior's sort of out at the moment, and that's because I've started putting in a stereo system. We're part way through. Just the head deck, and it's got Bluetooth and all the modern features on it, and adding a reverse camera. And when I was doing that, I decided just to strip out the whole interior to give it a decent clean, so we're part way through that at the moment. Had a fair bit of red dust in here, so it's nice to get that all cleaned up, and then when I do decide to get rid of this, at least it won't have the dust reappearing all over the place. So close that up and come around the back, and you can see the grey plastics there. Again, the rear bumper's missing purely because that's going to be painted with all the other body mouldings and that as well. In fact, I had painted it, but we again, a little bit OCD and wasn't happy with the outcome, so I'm going to redo those. Had a crack at tinting for the first time I've ever tried tinting, and I reckon that's 7 or 8 goes, so much respect to the people that do that for a living, but managed to get it looking reasonable. So come around this side again. Sorry for the bad camera angles, definitely not my forte doing this. And you can see pretty standard, just the same things that we're doing on the other side. Don't plan to modify the engine or anything like that. It's standard 2.5 that you get in these. I'd have replaced it with a second-hand one now. Might end up just doing something with the exhaust to give it that nice Subaru Boxer sound that they have. So again, got some fancy wheel nuts on there. I probably won't keep those. Change those to something else later. And then under here, just one last thing that I'll show you. Whoops. Yeah. There goes the grill that I just temporarily placed up there. Apologies again for poor cameraing, but you can see I did put in some cheaper coilovers just to mostly lower the ride height. And that one I've got to take out again and spin around. I was in a bit of a rush and put it in the wrong way just to get it sitting on the ground. But I'll be interested to know how those end up going, because they are only really cheap. If they don't work out, then I'll put in some Impreza suspension, but the end goal with this one is not to hang on to it forever, but just to effectively tidy it up, make it a nice car that someone can cruise around in, because I'll end up selling it off because I've got no real need for it. I've got plenty of other projects which I'll plan to film and show later on, but I've got a couple of scooters and another car to work on, which you might have caught a glimpse of in the background. Yeah, so hopefully people enjoy watching some of these videos and maybe learn a thing or two. I'm not an expert at it, self-taught in everything that I do with cars, but definitely enjoy some of the challenges and making them into something nicer. So thanks for watching. If you like it, you might be interested. Maybe you've got a Subaru of your own and you're interested to see what I do. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a subscribe. Happy for any feedback. Just keep in mind that this is my first time ever on YouTube, and so certainly no expert at it. Thanks.